Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Art. This is Jeff, the garage guy. I just wanted to show you what I've come up with so far on the garage. Still kind of a work in progress here. What I did to start was I designed a back wall of cabinetry. I made the cabinets as tall as I could while looking nice around the window. The alternative to this is I could do countertops here as well. A little less storage, but a flat spot where you can lay stuff. The countertop, it's about a 5-foot countertop. There's about 2 foot of countertop to the left of the sink. Let me know if you want me to make the countertop bigger, remove one of these big cabinets and make you a bigger counter. That won't be a problem. One of the things you asked me about was garbage can cabinet in this left cubby here. I honestly don't think there's enough room to do anything of the sort. Thing about garbage can cabinets is it's not just simply building a box around a cabinet. The door has to be able to swing open. To access it, the lid would come, swing up, and it's really a nuisance. I've done these maybe 5 times in the 15 years I've done garage cabinets. Outside of the NFL player with the hot tub in his garage, he lived in a condo and had no other place to put his hot tub. And you want to entertain ladies, I guess. That was really the only time I thought this garbage can cabinet was actually worth it. It made it fairly inconvenient to get to the garbage can. And I don't really think there's physically enough room. So let's say there's a 30-inch, somewhere around a 30-inch deep can and 30 inches wide. And generally speaking, that's somewhere around the size of them. That means a cabinet would stick out 30 inches plus a little extra room, so 31 inches. And then the door would have to swing at 15 extra inches. You're 48 inches out, you're going to hit your car with the door. So it would be extremely difficult and to build something that would hold the garbage without probably creating a lot more inconvenience than it's worth, in my opinion. So that's where I'm at with that. Now, if you have really small cans you use or something like that, we can still look into options for small cans. The other problem is that underneath your current cabinets, I suspect that there's a concrete ledge. This is that ledge I mentioned before. Those cabinets are installed really high off the ground, and then they put a really big piece of wood in the front going down to the floor. I don't know why. There very possibly may not be any concrete ledge here. The only reason I would install a cabinet that high would be because of a concrete ledge right here, and that's just the way I think. And I would actually notch around it and install the cabinets at a normal height, but for simplicity purposes, I assume they may have installed it on top of this concrete ledge. I also think it's a good thing that there's no cabinets here at all. Your garbage can fit here, it can fit here sideways, in whatever position that you feel is the best way to access it, whether you're walking around the front of the garage, the back of the garage, or whatnot. The bikes right now, I have them hanging here on this little wall here, and they come out away from the wall and they don't block the window. Everywhere else I'm trying to put them, they're kind of blocking windows and things like that. Alternatively, they could be on the opposite wall, the front wall of the garage. Just turn them 180 degrees and they could be on this front wall that I have invisible right now. Depending on where, basically I'm guessing where the best place for the garbage can is. The other benefit of not having anything here is inevitably you're going to have something you need to set in the garage. And if we load this up with cabinets, even if we were able to build a garbage can cabinet here, you would literally have nowhere to set anything. If something odd came into the garage and needed to sit there for a day or for the winter, you would have nowhere to put it. It would displace a car. So I think it's really important that we keep this open. I did a pinstripe of store wall around the entire garage. I'm not sure if we did that in the last garage. If we did, you'll know whether or not you want this. I even put it in places where you can't necessarily store large items, but it might be a really convenient spot to hang an umbrella or something like that. So that's the plan. I have a couple of questions. One is, do you want to continue the garbage can discussion? Are there smaller garbage cans that we're working with than what I'm used to? 2 is, do you want a bigger countertop? 3 is, do you want me to lower these and put countertops here as well, or take advantage of the storage space? 4, I need to know what kind of bikes you guys have. Are these bikes that you use all the time? That would be one question I have. The other thing is, are these really high-end bikes with these really lightweight, fancy rims? Because we want to be careful about how we hang bikes with rims that get a little bit high-end. I guess they can also, as expensive things go, they seem to be more fragile. So we don't want to put the wrong force on your expensive rims with the wrong kind of hook. So I'd like to know if your bikes have these high-end rims. If these are these lightweight bikes, let me know. And then I have an alternative to the way I might hang these bikes, and we can get into that later. The other thing I would like to know is the kayak. How big is this kayak? Is this a two-person touring kayak? Is it a little whitewater kayak? That way I can kind of look at the garage and determine where it might be the best place to store the kayak. One idea I have is just have it nicely sitting on top of the cabinets on top of a couple of foam kayak holding blocks, which might look kind of neat depending on the size of the kayak. So let me know what you think of the plan. Take your time. Like I said before in the previous email, you don't have to worry about your install date getting pushed back just because we're taking the time to plan this properly. I roughly have that in my schedule that, you know, I'm installing your garage, you know, at the end of April. That's not a problem. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.